Yeah, YouTube, what's good? Back with another video. Hey, before I get started, right quick, let me give a shout out to the OG, Ron Wills. Get well soon. Hope you're feeling better. Rest up, all right. And then next, a little bit of housekeeping. I'm gonna probably start getting into doing some live shows. And probably starting on the 1st of December. So be on the lookout for them. I'm trying to get everything situated, the software, and microphone, shit like that, so we can get cruising. And then, yeah, any questions and stuff like that, just direct them to the comments. Any video topics, just put them in the comments. I'm back on IG, so hit me on IG if you got any questions. I'll make videos about them, all right? So any content y'all want to see or hear, just let me know and I'll get it popping. So, but today I'm gonna touch on something real quick and I'm gonna get in depth with it later. But it made me want to do a part 2 to this because a situation we had at work yesterday, Friday. So today we're doing BodyGame in the workplace part 2. All right. So, and I did this because yesterday, we had a Thanksgiving luncheon for the company, right? So basically, everybody from our building went to the building where all the higher ups, all the big wigs, all the CEOs, execs is at, right? So they never really see us. You know what I'm saying? We on this side over here in this building. They way over here in this nice ass fucking building with fucking marble floors and shit, right? So we come in there. And it's like you see everybody over there, all the big wigs is down there in this one area talking, chatting. We all come in, and I don't want to get this. When you are, let me put this quick. When you are in shape and you are just fit and you just walk with confidence, you have this air about you, heads turn. All right, heads turn. Like, whoa. Never seen this. Who is that guy? You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. And I promise you, not even trying to be on no I think I'm this and that type shit, but I promise you, I walked in there, they don't ever see me. Like, I'm one of the niggas you really don't ever see. Like, and I'm not even a chatter at work. I don't even talk to people like that. But I walked in that room, and it's like, as I walk towards the middle, you see heads turn. Executive, like, ladies that work in work in HR, stuff like that, heads is turning, looking. Dudes that, the execs or whoever them dudes is, I don't even know them, for real. I don't even know who they is, but they looking, and I wanted to touch on that because it's a couple things I took away from that, right? One is you stand out. Just plain and simple. When you in shape, your body, your clothes fit right, you carry yourself with an air of confidence, you clean shaven, you shaped up, you always look as best as you can, as best as you possibly can. People respect that. You know what I'm saying? Women respect that you take care of yourself, and men also can respect a good physique and a dude that looks like, he's about something. Right? So I'm sitting there with we sitting there just chilling, chatting, talking to, now we're being cordial now because, it's a mixer for real, it's a luncheon. So we talking, chatting with everybody, and you just see like eye contact. Like I told you, I'm sitting there talking to these higher up dudes, and it's just like, at some point the conversation transformed into fitness. We sitting here talking, he's like, so yeah, I mean, you look like you keep a good shape. So what do you do? Do you work out? You train people and stuff like that? So I'm just telling them about working out, and then I went on like a 20-minute spiel with this dude. Like, I never met him, and I just went on a 20-minute spiel, and you can tell like he was really intrigued, like, cause he looked like he wanted to get in shape or something like that. So it's just like guys respect that. Men can respect it as well, but also, like I said in the last part of this, men can envy that as well. You can see the dudes who just don't want to put in the work. They'll cut their eyes at you, like, because it's not even just me. It's not even just that I'm in shape. It's that the women see that I'm in shape, and you work with them all the time. So you in this building with them, they don't give you no play, but you probably going above and beyond to try to get their attention. I walk in from a lowly position in a different building as far as your eye is concerned, and they are breaking their necks to look at me. Now, I can't blame them bitches, but I'm just saying, they're going out their way to look at me, and they're going out their way to put themselves in my path. All right, so you know how a buffet line works. It's one line, and you're sitting there going around the thing to get all the food, right? So we sitting in that buffet line, grabbing food and stuff like that, and I'm sitting there. The CEO is in front of me as I'm talking to him, and it's these two ladies behind me. So I'm sitting here chatting with the CEO, you know, I'm telling him about Thanksgiving plans, asking him about his, you know, just having a casual conversation. And he was trying to get to the salad or something. So I stepped back. I bump into Shorty behind me, and I didn't even really recognize, I didn't really see her. So I look, I'm like, oh, my fault. And she's like, no, it's okay. It's okay. Like, one, because she's too close to me. But two, right after I bumped into her, she was like, you smell really, really nice. What is that? Got her. Gotcha, bitch. But it's that simple. And I had on Versace Arrows, you know, just some smooth shit, you know, just something slight, right? But that does give me a lot of compliments. But I had on Versace Arrows, and I was just telling her about it, things like that. And I could tell while I'm talking to her, she's like sizing me up, like she's looking at how my shirt fits, she's looking at my arms, she's looking at my hands. I got them bitches manicured too, so she's looking at my hands, and she, you know, just a quick little brief conversation. But what I took away from it was her eyes. Her eyes were wandering. She couldn't really do too much with her posturing and her hands, because she had a plate in her hands. She had a plate and a cup in her hands, so she couldn't really twirl her hands, but she could tell that she was kind of excited to talk to me, to even say anything to me, or I even bumped into her, right? So that's another part of it. Men respect you, and they also envy you, and women put themselves in your path. They make it their business to be in your path. All right, my last thing, and then I'm gonna cut out. When you are in leadership or a position of power, you gotta be very careful with this, right? You gotta be very careful with this. And I wanna say this before I even get into the body game portion of it, is if you haven't had your fair share of women, it's gonna be hard for you to kind of control yourself when you do start getting your selection of them. So it's critical that you can control yourself early, catch yourself, get ahead of the problem, because if you getting attraction from body game, like let's say you start out you getting women because you're handsome, not even in shape yet, you just handsome. That's good enough for you to get a certain pool of women, right? Now you got your body together and you're getting a selection of women. That gives you a bigger pool to pick from, right? So out of that pool, you gotta be able to get the women that you want out of that pool, and be able to please and be able to have them coming back. Because that way it gives you the experience and it gives you the know-how, like, okay, I can do this, I can make her body do this, I know how to handle myself in the bed, I know how to keep women coming back, right? But if you've never had your fair share of women or had a good pool of women where you could keep them coming back, you're always looking for the next scrap. You're like a fucking stray dog. You're like, I need the next piece, I need the next piece, because I don't know when I'm gonna get it again, right? So if you've never had that, and then you get into a position of power, it makes you power hungry, one, and it makes you pussy hungry, which is terrible. Those are two terrible things to be at, right? Because at a position of power, everybody's livelihood is based on you. So you gotta be in control of that. You never mix, I tell y'all all the time, you never mix business with pleasure. Right? You never mix business with pleasure at work, because it's always gonna end up bad for your ass. It's always gonna end up bad for you. So while you got your body together and you got this leadership position, manager, supervisors, whatever, exec, whatever, right? Women are going to be throwing themselves at you. You're handsome, you got your body game together, and you're in a leadership position. What do women love? Attention and power. Power and attention. Attention and power. And then they're lusting after your body. You are a fantasy to them. So you got to be very careful, because now you're a target, technically, because they'll be doing all kinds of... Girls have many strategies of manipulation and peacocking and doing all of these things to reel you in, especially if the bitch is bad. Especially these women that's up there in the executive, these ain't ugly women, these is some fine women. I'm not talking about my company, I'm talking about around in different businesses and stuff like that. All right? Because them women that's up there, they know your value, and you know your value. Well, hopefully you know your value, because if you know your value, you wouldn't risk it on taking your pleasure at work, right? And that's another thing too. Let me tell y'all, if it's that deep, you know what I'm saying? You know, sometimes you can get it in at work. Trust me, I heard stories. This is like, you can really get it popping at work. Some of these girls, they get that hot and horny, and they see you, and if you the right one, and the lust is there, y'all can get it popping, and you can get it popping somewhere at work. Trust me. Don't think that shit is cap. You can really handle business at work. Trust me. Like, I haven't personally done it, but I've definitely heard stories. Yeah, so, but you got to be careful, because you become a legitimate target for the women. Yeah, y'all, my phone overheated, so I'm gonna touch on this another time. So I'll give y'all part 2.5 or part 3, probably sometime this weekend. If not, then y'all get it coming up next week. All right, but that's all I got for y'all. Until next time, it was Wolfgang Peak. It's Wolfgang Lifestyle. I'm out.